I started with the word ironic, and before I even get into my book, basically what I did to set up this irony was I created this symbolic language that is completely illegible, and basically no one can understand it because there's no way, unless you know what each character letter it coordinates to, there's no way of deciphering it. The idea was that irony is the opposite of what you would expect. So by creating this language, I was giving you information that I wanted to communicate, but you're unable to communicate it because you cannot understand what it's saying. So you can see that language here just on the cover. 19 words, 19 works, and I carry that through my entire front matter and then into my actual signature. I printed all of my pages on transparency. Throughout the book, I talk about these different visual disorders which affect the way that we perceive color or light or words on a page. So some of those things would be like color blindness and dyslexia. Each one of these spreads talks about different accounts of one of these disorders. So here we have content talking about, this one's about dyslexia, and then a quote, a narrative from someone talking about their personal experience with it, this being a case study, and this being the narrative. And then throughout the whole signature, I used these color overlays to replicate this idea that you get with color blindness, that it's not that you can't see colors, it's that you can see colors, but you can't distinguish one color from another. And so if someone who has red-green color blindness were to see this red, for instance, they wouldn't be able to see that there is anything there. It would look as if it was one thing. The transparencies are meant to make it difficult for you to read what's on the pages. And this idea that you can't necessarily see what color this next page is until you pull it out and it's separate from the other pages. That carries on through all of the sets. And then the same thing for the back matter without the full color overlays. It's this text just overlaid on the transparencies again. So the ribbons that I used for the binding are actually the scraps from the first book dummy that I made from the transparencies, and I just saved them from that, and then I used those to bind the book. And then each chapter divider is made out of the same transparencies that I used for my signature. So you can see it's in the same symbolic language that I used for my book. Is here with their word and then their name. So this is Peter's, and it's just transparency, so you can see through to their workbook.